name is Destiny and I am a full-time reseller on eBay and Poshmark. I resell fully clothing, sometimes a little bit of shoes, but mainly clothing, men's and women's clothing. And today I'm going to do a what sold on Poshmark. Now my main platform is eBay, so that is where I make the bulk of my money, but I do use Poshmark kind of as a secondary income. But lately, Poshmark has been really hitting it. It's been popping off and almost doing a little bit better than eBay lately. eBay's been a little bit slow. So I'm gonna do what sold on Poshmark and let's get into it. So the first item that I sold are these men's, they're called John Varvatos. They're a pair of men's corduroy pants. John Varvatos, I haven't found this brand a lot, but it is a good men's brand. I find it in the shirts sometimes. Corduroy sells a little bit better in the winter time. So I picked these up and I sold these on Poshmark for $38. Next I sold, this is a brand called Beyond Yoga. This is a women's athletic brand, and they sell skirts, they sell leggings. Leggings are what I have picked up mostly in the past and I have sold, but this was a women's Beyond Yoga skirt. It's like a space dye tie-dye skirt. It was really pretty. Beyond Yoga is a good athletic brand to pick up if you can get it for a cheaper price, and I sold this on Poshmark for $31. I'm also going to say really quick, all of these items I do get at a lower buy cost. So all of these items that I am sharing today, I paid $5 for, and most of them I am going to flip for between $20 and $30. That is the bulk of my items, and we do have those higher end items as well, but majority of what I do sell is, you know, between that $20 to $35 range. Next I sold, these are a pair of men's, they're vintage Nike running windbreaker pants. I do like picking up Nike in these men's, the windbreaker pants, or if they're any kind of vintage pants. Nike is very oversaturated on eBay and Poshmark, but if you can find some of their vintage pieces or some of their pieces that kind of stand out, I do have luck reselling these. So I sold these men's pants on Poshmark for $28. Next I sold this Ralph Lauren Elsie jersey faux wrap dress. I am kind of experimenting with Ralph Lauren in the dresses. If I can pick it up and it's more like a maxi dress or a really interesting kind of dress, I am going to try and pick it up, especially because I can get it at a lower cost. So I mainly picked it up because it was kind of like a wrap dress and it was like a jersey knit material, which I know sells really well. So I picked this up and I sold this on Poshmark for $32. Next I sold, these are women's Torrid jeans. Torrid is a women's plus size brand, and I don't pick it up a ton. I pick it up if I can pick it up in the larger sizes, like 3X, 4X, and if it's a style of jeans that's kind of in style, and these kind of have a detailing. They look really nice on the front. I sold them on Poshmark for $29. Next I sold Athleta. I do really love selling the brands Lululemon and Athleta is the second brand kind of to Lululemon. They're women's athletic brand. These were called the Rainier tight pant, and I sold these on Poshmark for $34. Next I sold, this is called Clara Sunwoo. They it's a brand, they make women's wide leg palazzo pants, and I have been experimenting with this brand, and everything that I have picked up so far I have sold relatively quickly. Everything I picked up has been the women's wide leg palazzo pant. I sold these on Poshmark for $29. So if you can find this brand and it's a wide leg or a straight leg and it's that very knit stretchy pull-on pants, I would definitely pick them up. Next I picked up, this is a brand called the North Face. If you find the North Face, it's a really good men's and women's outdoor hiking brand to pick up, especially if you can find their puffer jackets or any kind of their more substantial winter jackets sell really well. But I also do like picking up these women's pants and shorts. These were called the women's Aphrodite short, and I sold them on Poshmark for $26. Next I sold Peter Millar. Peter Millar is a really great men's golfing outdoor brand. I can find shorts, pants, polos. I do really love selling their men's polos. In the bigger sizes will sell a little bit quicker as well. So this was just a basic men's polo, and I sold this polo for $30. Next I sold my favorite brand of all time, Lululemon. If you know, you know. If you don't, get on it. I love selling Lululemon. It's a really great men's and women's high-end athletic brand. I love it to resell. I love it for myself. I'm starting myself a little collection, which is not good, but I love it. So these were the Lululemon Align leggings, and they had pockets in them, and I sold these on Poshmark for $49 pre-owned. Next, these are Lucky Brand jeans, and these are men's. I do like picking up and selling men's Lucky Brand jeans if I can get them for a lower price, which usually I get all my items for between $4 and $5. So if I can pick them up for this lower price, I do like selling the men's Lucky Brand jeans. These were called the 221 straight jeans, and I sold them on Poshmark for $30. Next, this is another brand, Athleta. This is called called the Athleta Skyline. They were paper bag pants. You can always look up the style code on Athleta under like the inside tag. It will have the style code, so you can look it up and tell what style it is, and then you can look up comps that way as well. And I sold these on Poshmark for $31. Next I sold, this is a brand called Madewell. Madewell is like a women's brand, and I don't pick up Madewell on everything, but I do like to pick it up again if I can get it for a lower price and it's something different or a more substantial piece. These were called the Madewell the Harlow wide leg pants. So again, wide leg, flare, boot cut, anything like that is really in style right now, so that's mainly why I picked it up. And I sold these on Poshmark for $40. Next, this is a huge bolo. This is the brand called Mother. They have the M on the back pockets of the jeans, or on the inside it says Mother. Really great bolo. I usually find them in the jeans or the pants. I have found this, I would say maybe 4 or 5 times now, and I've sold all of them very quickly. These were called the Mother the Looker ankle fray jeans, and I sold these on Poshmark pre-owned for $67. So again, if you can find Mother, I have even paid up for these jeans as well, like up to $30-40, and flipped them for $100. So if you can find them at a lower price, great, or even you can pay up for them as well if you can sell them for a good price. This I picked up because I knew we were coming into the winter time. This was a women's J. Crew. It was like a wool little white snowflake sweater. I thought it would do really good for the winter time. I only paid $5 for it. It was a wool cashmere blend sweater, and I sold this on Poshmark for $33. Next is a men's brand. It's called Johnny O. I do really love picking up and selling this brand. They sell men's shorts, pants, quarter zips. Their quarter zips do really well. This was a men's half zip, and I sold this on Poshmark very quickly for $36. Next is True Religion, and I usually find this brand in men's jeans, and the men's jeans do really well, especially if they're like an older or vintage style True Religion jeans. They can sell really well. But these were women's jeans. I picked them up. They were called the Joey bootcut jeans, and I did mainly pick them up because they are bootcut. The True Religion women's I would say don't sell as well as the men's, but if you can get a brand that's in style of the wide leg or the flare or the boot cut, I usually try and take a chance on it. So I sold these women's Joey bootcut jeans on Poshmark for $31. Next up is Mother again. This was a really exciting sale for me. This is called the Mother Insider crop jeans, and I sold these on Poshmark pre-owned for $89. I was really happy about that sale. Again, Mother, really great bolo. Then I picked up, this is a brand I do like picking up in men's and women's if you can get it for a lower price. It's American Eagle. I do love selling the American Eagle men's and women's jeans, sometimes even the women's shorts if you can get it in a bigger size. These were women's American Eagle flare jeans, and I did pick them up because they were a bigger size and they were flare, which is really in style right now. I picked these up and I sold these on Poshmark for $30. Next, this was Lucky Brand again, but this was a men's like pullover shirt. I picked it up mainly because it was a size 2XL, and I actually have had this sitting for a couple months. I don't really pick up Lucky Brand tops unless it is like a bigger size. I would say a 1X, 2X, or a 3X. So this was like a men's Henley pullover, a 2XL. I sold this on Poshmark for $22. Next is Lily Pulitzer. I do really love picking up and finding Lily Pulitzer. Usually it's very highly marked up, but if you can find it for a lower price, I would always pick up Lily Pulitzer. This was called the Lily Pulitzer Corey. It was like a little off the shoulder blouse, and I actually sold this, I'm not kidding, I think within 3 or 4 minutes of me listing this item. I was so surprised. I sold it very quickly on Poshmark for $34. This was a really exciting sale. This is J. Crew. J. Crew is kind of like Madewell in the sense that I pick it up if it's something newer or it's something more substantial, and this was obviously more substantial to me when I saw it. It was a J. Crew, like really nice. It was called the Unicoat, so I knew it would sell really fast and really great for the winter time. It was like fleece on the inside and the outside, really nice and a really pretty color. I sold this on Poshmark for $50. This was an exciting find because I have picked up something similar and sold this before, but this is Ralph Lauren. It was a women's crest cardigan. If you can find anything Ralph Lauren that has like that little crest on the side, it's going to sell really well for you. I sold one previously. It was a plus size. I think it was a sweater, and I sold it for I think over $50. But this was a cardigan. It had the little crest on it, and I sold this on Poshmark for $36. This is a pair of American Eagle men's jeans. Again, I do like selling men's jeans in American Eagle. These were the slim straight jeans, and I sold these on Poshmark for $27. Next, I sold the brand called Judy Blue. I do really love finding and picking up Judy Blue. It's a great jeans brand, women's jeans. These were the Judy Blue boyfriend jeans, and I sold them on Poshmark for $31. Next, I sold a brand called Rag & Bone, which the brand Rag & Bone has kind of declined a little bit, so I don't pick it up a lot in anything unless it's something that's in style. These were a little bit older. These were the Rag & Bone Capri jeans. It did take a little bit to sell. I sold them on Poshmark for $22. So I would say with Rag & Bone, they do make men's and women's. I would say the men's in the jeans would probably sell a little bit faster for you, but I wouldn't pick up Rag & Bone in the women's if it's like a jegging or like a legging or something capri. I would kind of only pick it up if you can find it in a wide leg or a flare or a boot cut. This is a brand I was kind of experimenting with. It's called Princess Polly. This was my first time finding it. I have seen it before in other things and I didn't pick it up, but this was like a really pretty ruffle dress and I thought it would do really well. I'm like, let me just take a chance. Some things, when I look up comps on eBay, some things that might not sell on eBay might sell on Poshmark, which usually they do for me. So I do like to take a chance if eBay doesn't have a 100% sell-through rate in something, but I'm like, I just have a feeling kind of that I think it'll sell. I usually take a chance and it does sell over on Poshmark, so that's why I love having the second platform to sell things that I kind of want to take a chance on. So that's what I did for this dress, and I sold this on Poshmark for $30. Next is another Lily Pulitzer. This is a dress, a woman's shift dress. It was a really pretty navy blue with like gold embroidery. I sold this on Poshmark for $40. Next is a brand I do like picking up. It's called Soft Surroundings, and this was called the Old Softie. It was like a button sweater kind of, and it was a really soft like velvet material. I thought this would do really well. Soft Surroundings does really well in the plus size brands, but again, if you can find something that's kind of a more substantial piece or good for the winter time or whatever season we're going into, then I would take a chance on it and pick it up. I sold this Soft Surroundings like button sweater for $32 on Poshmark. Okay, last brand for today, it's called Patagonia. Patagonia is a really nice men's and women's like outdoor hiking brand. I like picking up Patagonia in like their jackets or their sweaters. This was a women's zip sweater called the Better Sweater, and I sold this on Poshmark for $35. Okay, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe learned some new brands that you can pick up at your local thrift store. Leave a comment down below if you have picked up any of these brands and if you too love selling on Poshmark. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on my next video.